Hello everyone and welcome to Kraneil Fine Art home studio in Chicago. I'm Komal Wadhwa and today we will be painting this beautiful Monet's Waterlily pond. If you have ordered from Kraneil Fine Art, the painting kit to go, you will be provided with all the paint brushes, the paints, and the canvas. Whatever all you need, you will be provided with that. So you will have blue green, light blue, yellow, magenta, purple and white. That is all we need for this particular painting. And when it comes to the paint brushes, you will get this flat brush. This is the called Papa Bear. Then you will be using a middle-sized brush. This is Mama Bear for painting these water lilies. And then this is the finest liner brush. You will have it in your kit. The smallest one you will use for signing your painting. So let's get started. All right, so before we start any painting, I would want to suggest that we dip your paint brushes into water, dab it out onto the paper towel, and then load the paint on your brush like that. I'm not touching the paint to the neck of the paintbrush, just the tips, and we will use the tips majorly. So we will be starting with sea green, the light blue, and we will go around the edges into and like this. Slow C's, very relaxed C marks like that. Going on to the corners first. Very relaxed, lying down C's and covering the canvas, leaving some behind. I'm going to be doing the same thing with this light blue on all the corners. And I have held my brush like that, the horizontal. So this is the horizontal brush marks. All right. Without washing my brush, I'm going to take this blue-green paint here on the tip only. And I'm going to cover at just the corners to make it a little darker so that all the attention goes into the middle of the painting. Just the corners, all four corners. Free brush marks. And like this. Now I'm going to start, and this area is the reflection of the trees growing above the water. So what we are going to use is the same darker blue-green paint and load the brush, and this time we are going to take the brush on the sideways, vertical ways, and I'm going to make a few marks. These are vertical. Just touch the canvas, just a little bit, push in and down, touch, push in, down, touch, push in, down, like that. Here and there, just keeping my brush marks random. So I have a few right here, some trees. So when Monet used to paint, he used to paint in impressionistic style. And that what that means is that whatever he sees only the colors, nothing else, no shapes. So these are all the brush marks, verticals or the horizontals. That is what we are going to make with this painting. It's just the slab of paint, nothing else. All right. Now I have mixed a little bit blue and green to make a little variation in color. And I'm going lighter with this at some places. Okay. I would like this part also be a little bit darker, and again I have changed the angle of the brush to horizontal, and we are going like that, and on the left side like this. All right. Now I'm going to wash my brush out completely. And dab it on the paper towel. I'm going to take some purple. It's just the hint of some, or it will just give us a change or variation in water. So I'm going to just put it here and there, nothing major. I'm going to take a little bit lighter, so add a little white to it, and same strokes. And I'm not keeping my brush marks at the same place, changing them. I'm moving around in my painting with these. All right, I think this is enough. And a few more right here. And I actually blended some of it with the green I painted earlier. This will give the dirty and pure look of the paint. Somewhere it is pure and somewhere it is dirty, which is mixed with other paint. This will give our painting interest. Okay, now I'm doing the dark green and putting it on top and making sure that all my corners, tops and bottoms are covered with this, with darker side. Now let's take this moment and cover our sides as well, so that we can just hang the painting. As soon as we paint it and it gets dried, you are ready to just hang it on the wall. So I'm picking it up and painting it on the sides, top and bottom. If the paintbrush is not moving for you, you can just dab it in a little bit of water and dab the excess out on paper towel and then go from there. So, oops, there are no mistakes in painting. So you can, and I love acrylics because they are so forgiving. If you don't like some color or any shape, or you feel that you made some mistake, you just let it dry, go over it once again, and you are done. You can take retakes so many times. So I love this thing about acrylics. You can't do that with oils, although you get a lot of time to make adjustments to your painting, but still. And watercolor is really, you have to be precise with your strokes and a lot of planning. And I'm not a planner. I'm not that organized. All right. So we have covered all the sides, and it's okay. You can lay it down and on the easel if you have, or you can just put it on the paper towel. All right. Now I am going to start with yellows. Now I have to make I'm going to actually now cover the rest area with light blue. Okay. So instead of white canvas, now I will be covering this with light blue all over. And it is okay to get this mixed with other paints as well. I just do not want to see any whites of the canvas showing through. Now I am just being relaxed and covering this, and without worrying about blending a little bit here and there with the paints which we have already put it in. Now this is the time you can relax, and like that. This will create a little magic and give your painting a beautiful, it will start coming together. I just do not, why I'm going from one place to the another, because I do not want the same brush strokes to be on one side. So it's okay, you can make some brush marks here, or you can make it there. You can move around. That's actually better. Now let's cover the whole canvas up. Like that. Now as I'm going down, it is closer to me, the water is closer to me. I am actually making larger strokes here instead of doing smaller here, because this was farther for me. Now I'm going with larger brush strokes. All right, let's cover all of it, and here. And now the bigger strokes. Let's blend some of these colors together to make it interesting, and keep them showing at some places as well, the pure paint. All right. Now once again, I'm going to take my green without washing my brush, and I'm going to actually make a little bit more reflection in between where the whites of the canvas is showing. Let's cover that as well. Like that. And I'm using vertical strokes this time. For reflections, vertical strokes. For water, we are going like that. I'm not worried about how it looks, how the painting looks, because this is perfect for the relaxation therapy. All right. Now I'm going to wash my brush out completely. And I'm going to take my smaller, the middle-sized brush, dip it in water, and dab it on paper towel. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my water lilies at some various places. So I'm going to start with with yellow right here, yellow, and I'm going to place my water lily pads. Let's give them place right here, like that. So put it and flick it, flick. So I'm going to be small. It's all about the impression. Monet's paintings were all about impressionistic approach. It's no shapes, just the brush marks. All right, like that. Let's make some right here. And I'm making them in groups instead of making one here, one there, just making some in groups so that you are actually making the viewer's eyes move into the painting by doing this. If everything is scattered, it will be difficult to pinpoint where one should watch and where not. All right, I'm gonna wash my brush out. And I'm taking magenta. At the corner of the brush. And I am going to just use one side, just the dot side off, and on top of yellows let's put these water lilies base color, like that. I don't want to cover all of these pads, lily pads here. You can leave some like that. So just put it in and flick, put and release, like that. The one which are closer to me are going to be a little bit bigger than the rest of the ones which are on top. So let's make these a little bit longer, thicker, like that. All right. I want to make one or two right here. Right here. Let's make some interests. All right, wash your brush out and let's do the yellows once again under these magenta. Again, putting it under it and taking this off like that. A little bit wheeze, you can say. All right. Like this. Okay, now we can start making the lilies. So with the same middle mama sized brush, I'm going to take white. And this is going to be my brush marks, like that. So the lilies which are closer to me, I'm going to start with those first, because they are bigger than, they would look bigger than the rest of these. So I'm going to start right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. That's it. Some have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can make 6, you can make 5, you can make 3s, like that. Just put your paint down, that's it. Do not move a lot of paint during making the lilies. 1, 2, 3. Leave that. If there is no more space, we will get back to that once again. 1, 2, 3. Let's do only 3s first, and we will get back. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 petals right now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now some of these are actually in the middle color of like pinkish, so I'm going to mix the pink with a little bit of white, and just for the variation. I love the variation in the paintings like that. And I do not want to make all of the pods with lilies, so let's leave some empty, and rest we can make as many as you want, because this is your painting. You are Monet today. This is my painting, like that. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going thicker and bigger because these are closer to me, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wherever I find the space, you can go ahead and make it. If not, then you can come back again. 2, 3. Now I'm going to go with thinner leaves, like that. This size is going to get smaller as they move far, and the details too. So just something is there, like that. It's the impression of water lilies. You can't see them exactly, but they are there. You can't see the petal, but they are there, like that. All right, I think we are done with the first base of the water lilies. We can go with the next step. All right, I feel good about it. Now wash your brush out once again. Dab it on paper towel, and I'm going to mix some of my yellow. Take out some yellow, put it another some space for yellow, and mix some magenta, and this will give you beautiful orange. Whichever makes you happy, whatever makes good orange color to you, you use that. You can have some more magenta to it, you can have some more yellow to it. That's perfectly all right. Now I'm going to make the middles of it. Remember, the farther the lilies are, the middle parts are not either showing or they are just very thin. So I'm going to put a little dot, just dots. Now this is closer to me, so I'm going to put a little bit more than a dot, like that. Look at that beautiful, yummy orange. In the middle, like that. And I'm not pre-mixing everything, I'm just letting it without mixed completely. Sometimes I'm picking up a little bit extra yellow, sometimes I'm picking up extra magenta. Variation is the key. All right, now dot, 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 like that. Okay, so the last step is, oops, I think I forgot some in the middle, right here. So let's do these. Just picking up the paint and putting it with the tip, like that. Picking up and putting it on. All right, now the final touches is where final touches of where you want the viewer's eye to travel in your painting. So I'm taking some white and I'm going to start pure white with making some more petals, covering a little bit of bottom part of the orange. And I want, so pick up and cover like that. Let's move the viewer's eyes in your painting. So I want to I want visitors to welcome in my painting and look right here first. So this is going to be my focus area, and then I'm going to make them move towards right here, like that. And then let's make them move towards here, like that. Like that. All right. Now I'm going to make a few more marks in the middle because this looks all plain. This will give us give the viewer an looks like that it is water. Right now it just looks blob, but the vertical strokes like these will create ripples in water, like that. Now I'm going to, I forgot to mention, I added a little bit yellow in my dark green over here. And I can take these out as well a little bit. And like that. Somewhere I want it is darker, and at some places I want lighter. I'm going to cover the corners up again. Like that. You don't need a lot of paint in this exercise. Just touch. This will have enough paint to move around, and still the paint is wet, so okay. So now we are going over with the light blue and make a few variation in the middle, vertical strokes, sorry, horizontal strokes, not vertical. All right, and this is it. Now we will sign the painting with the smallest brush you have in your package, and dip it in water first, dab it on paper towel, and actually you can take a little bit water, and without dabbing it into the paper towel, we can go and dip it in magenta. Roll it, not dip, roll, like that. And I'm going to make it as thin as possible by rolling it in the paint. You see, I'm rolling it, twisting it in my fingers like that, so my tip is thinnest. And I'm going to, either you can do it on the left or on the right. I feel on the left, so I'm going to initial right here. And this concludes our painting session for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like it, please like it, share it, comment it, and spread it and spread the word. Thank you. Bye.